Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So it is Sunday, March 26th, just after 6 p.m. Temperature is right around 71, 72 degrees, and the humidity is the same. So I'm back out here in the bee yard, of course, to treat the hives with oxalic acid. And this will be the fourth treatment for hive number 1, which, if you haven't caught any of the previous videos, I recently reduced them into a 5-frame medium box, and this will be the first treatment for the rest of the colonies, which are 3 that came over about 2 weeks ago from Bill Prevet's house. That box you were just looking at is the very first swarm we caught, and then if we move down here, I just transferred the second swarm that we caught within the last few days from the swarm trap on the right into the double stack nuke boxes, which are 5-frame deep boxes. And then, speaking of swarms, we have this going on too. So since I'm out here and I have the ladder out here from the other day, I'm gonna get up there later and pop the top on this swarm trap and figure out if we have caught another swarm, which will be our 3rd or 4th swarm that we caught. Yeah, something like that. So anyway, I've been treating the hives recently with the LaRob Bees corded vaporizer that Paul Boniface over at Warden's Farm was kind enough to let me borrow, and it makes a world of difference going from a 12-volt wand to the corded vaporizer. Very fast, very efficient, and it made treating the hives extremely easy. So, unknowingly to me, my family had a plan in the background to surprise me a little early with a birthday present. So my birthday's not till July, and they know all the loss that I took over the winter. And, you know, obviously as a beekeeper, it's devastating to see just loss after loss after loss for weeks and months throughout the winter. And they were asking, how can you prevent that? And I explained how most hives succumb to high mite counts if you don't treat them. So a few family members got together and surprised me with this. So LaRob Bees sells them, but this is the battery-powered InstantVap made by a gentleman in Hungary. I'm not going to do a full review or unboxing on it or anything, because I think it came out in October, November, and if you look around on YouTube, plenty of people have reviewed it, unboxed it, blah 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 blah. But I'm out here just to show y'all my first use with it, so we'll get it fired up here in a second, and then well, we'll see how it goes. I have no doubt it will work extremely well, but I'm very curious, based on all the videos on YouTube that I've seen, if my experience will be the same, which I'm sure it will. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But going from Paul's corded vaporizer to this, I don't know if this one's supposed to treat hives even faster, but we'll see. So I'm extremely grateful and extremely happy that Aunt Peggy, Grammy, and my in-laws, Lynn and Fred, all got together and wanted to surprise me with an early birthday present. And what a great time of year to do so, because as y'all know, we had hive number 1. That was the only hive that overwintered this year, but then through Bill's kindness to give me 3 hives, and then we caught a swarm, caught another swarm. In fact, I would have 2 more hives out here if the swarms that I captured and relocated from Thursday night didn't reswarm the same night, if not the next day. So we are currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I would be at 8 hives or 8 colonies already if those 2 swarms from Thursday didn't reswarm. And then there's the potential of this one too. So we could already be at 9 hives if I didn't go up 2 and down 2 within 24 hours. But anyway, let's get this thing going, and I'm very curious to see just how great it works and to see firsthand what all the hype is about. So let me get suited up, get my respirator on, and I'll show y'all my first use of the InstantVap. Alright, so since I'm not really going to do an unboxing or any sort of review, I am kind of curious, mainly to see how long it takes for it to heat up. So let's see, there we go, that's kind of cool. That's the ambient temperature. So let's switch it on. I'll start my stopwatch on my phone, and then let's just see how long it takes to get up to 445 degrees. Alright, yeah, almost right at 4 minutes. So that's pretty fast. Alright, let's go down to hive number 1 and start treating them. Alright, so because of hive number 1's size, I'm going to treat them with just 1 gram. And as y'all know, very smart plunger design. Alright, here we go. Alright, load it up. Let's do this. So they will get a little bit of an extra dose. Alright, here we go. Boom. Just like that. And similar to the other one, you see the temperature drop, and once it comes back to 445, they are all treated. Alright, this is the first swarm we caught, so this is also the very first treatment they're getting. So here we go. It drops down to about 400. Yeah, check that out. This thing puts off some vapors, sure. Pretty impressed. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Again, not the first person to share using one or their perspective or anything, but I see what all the hype is. Well built, easy to use, quick, effective. So one of the many things I plan on doing this year to get some healthier hives and to overwinter all the hives that I have now and all the hives that I'll get throughout the season. All right, just like that, we're done. On to the next one.
And what a great time for the family to surprise me, because I just caught this swarm this week and they're already getting treated. All right, that's it for me. As y'all saw, that thing worked great. Very efficient, very effective. I had a little bit of a hiccup on hive number 1. Check out the blooper reel. So I wasn't sure exactly how it fit in, because I knew you could treat hives from the front versus drilling a hole in the bottom board in the back. But then I figured it out pretty quickly. The Boardman feeder was just taking up just a little extra space to where the InstantVap didn't really fit in there that well. But yeah, there we go. There's some still residual vapor floating around the hives, which is why I still have my respirator on. But that thing is awesome. It's pricey, but again, the family wanted to surprise me for my birthday in a few months, and that is a fantastic surprise. And I think it's so cool that I just caught a swarm and I was able to treat them right away, which is something I've never been able to do before. All right, that's all for this time. See y'all next week. Nope. Huh. Alrighty. You have to work on that one.